it. The first day of the trial has been completed. We shall see what the outcome is likely to be. I'm not sure if I can make it myself tomorrow. It also depends on certain things. But what I can say is, from having spoken to a few people I know here and having spoken to several people beforehand, and from what I witnessed as well, the police that were giving the evidence, in my honest, humble opinion, very ropey statements, using a legislation, a law that is not justified by any stretch of the imagination. And that's just from a layman's perspective. I think it's a bit of a sham trial, in the sense that it should not have been here and he should not have been arrested under the Terrorism Act. It's a show up of the legal system, a validation of the scenario of two-tier justice. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. And thank you very much for agreeing to have this brief conversation with me. It is an honour and a privilege. Can you just give me a roundup of what you think the day meant to you and the people here as well?
Yeah, I think what happened is that 4 police officers didn't like Tommy Robinson, or maybe they did. Maybe they were excited that a celebrity was coming through their guard station. But that was the only reason they had for pulling him over under the Terrorism Act. None of them said they thought he was doing anything terrorist-like. None of them thought he was engaging in terrorist activities. At most, one of them made some aspersions about him being right-wing, but that's not an activity. Holding a belief is not a terrorist activity. So what you saw for the course of the day were police officers desperate to explain why they pulled him over, why they detained him, why they grilled him, given that they didn't even ask questions about terrorism. Their questions were about politics that you could Google and get the answer that way. So I think it was deeply embarrassing for the police. I think the prosecution should be embarrassed too. I don't think they should have pursued this case. But it's clear that Tommy is an enemy of the state, and they'll get him on any excuse or no excuse. It's like Lavrenti Beria, the old Soviet KGB boss, said, "Show me the man, I'll find you the crime." And that's what worries me. I'm worried that Tommy won't get a fair trial. Now, I hope this judge is fair. If he is, Tommy's acquitted. But there's a lot of pressure on political people, and don't think for a second that judges aren't political. There's a lot of pressure on political people to get Tommy.
Food for thought on a first day trial. So, he took time out of his day. I did try and capture him earlier, but the trial was going to start again after the break. And he said, "Come and find me at the end." And we had a chat, and he said, "Yep, no problem." And direct for you guys on my YouTube, and direct for the people of the movement and our little advanced supporters lot,